Well, I got back from watching Challengers. Challengers is Zendaya's new film directed by Luca Guadagnino. If I'm saying his name wrong, I do apologize. So Challengers, it's a sport romance, stars Zendaya, also stars Mike Fist and Josh O'Connor. All of them are in a love triangle, you see, and it revolves around tennis. Tennis is the backdrop of this movie, but the real source of the story is about these three characters. They met earlier on. They was young. These two guys was really into Tasha. Tasha's Zendaya's character, and she see that they're into them, but she also sees that she can play around with them a little bit. I still has feeling for it. There's so much to unpack with this movie between these three characters, and there's so much to do, so much going on in this film. There's a lot of flashbacks in this movie, a lot of flashbacks, and you get to see who really loves who and who really loves. Now, Zendaya's character, I'm just gonna spoil it. She don't give a flying fuck about neither one of these guys. She loves the game of tennis. That's her passion. That's her fuel. And when she got hurt, she couldn't play tennis anymore like she could. So she ends up coaching one of the guys that she ends up with, one of the gentlemen that plays in the film. And she lived her tennis glory days through him. And he really, at the beginning of the movie, they're in the present time, he really don't have that passion for tennis like he used to. He's only doing it because he knows if he doesn't keep doing it or whatever, she will walk away from him. That's the type of woman she is in this movie. But going back to my thing about the film, I could go in deep, but I'm just gonna make an assumption that most people have not seen this movie yet. If you have not, you should go check it out. If you're a Zendaya fan, and if you love tennis, and if you just like sport romance movies. But my thing with this, well, for one, let me just start with this. Luca Guadagnino directed the hell out of this movie. Everything from the way it looked, the way it's shot. He do some very interesting things at the end of this movie when they're playing against each other. At the end of this film, when they're bouncing the ball back and forth, that was like some really cool, engaging, very like unusual shots that I'd never seen before in a movie, and I thought that was pretty dope. Yeah, he did a good job directing this. The cast, Mike Fist, Josh O'Connor, I never seen none of their work, but they was great in the movie. One plays Patrick, the other one plays Art. They both did a great job in this movie. And Zendaya did Zendaya. Zendaya's a great actress. She's really trying to showcase her star power in this movie. You can tell because she played a producer role in this movie. And you could tell that she had a lot of control over what went down and what not went down. Now, my thoughts on the movie is, you know what? I could have just... I went to see this film. I wasn't planning on watching this movie. I actually was just going to wait for it to come on streaming, but I got friends who was really wanting to hear my opinion, and I did not like this movie as much as everybody else did. I have seen every reviewer review this film. A majority of them said they liked the film. I'm just like, the film just didn't do it for me. I think all the characters are despicable because they all playing a game against each other, and they all trying to like win over each other, trying to win her love, and she basically don't give a shit about neither one of them. She loves tennis. And so that whole love triangle thing, I think it's just toxic. It's a toxic movie. And the story, I mean, I've seen love triangles before. I've seen them, we all seen them, but there was nothing that was told to me that I haven't already seen before. And I just think that the film itself, although it was very well directed, the flashback sequence in the movie was a bit annoying. It's a 2 hour and 4 minute movie. They could have got shrunk down to maybe like 1 hour and 40 minutes. The flashback sequence was a bit annoying. I think that they were just repetition after repetition because they're trying to squeeze so much details about their backstory for us to understand why we led up to this point and why they don't like, because they not the two guys. They started out friends in the beginning of the movie. They end up not liking each other towards the end.